What's up, everybody? How we doing today? Yeah, just doing this kind of thing actually just because I'm trying to get people on Facebook to watch. Kind of weird of me, right? Anyway, I'm on break. I'm on job again, and just thought I would go ahead and start filming and maybe read something. I got something right here, and yes, I'm holding two phones doing this. What? This is something that I wrote recently. This is going to be, hopefully, in the Fellowship and Fairy Dust Christmas issue. So I'm going to go ahead and read it. This is called The Tree That Fell. And it's based on a true story. Or at least, as far as we can tell. Nature groaned like Paul foretold. Winter was everlasting. Dead men drunkenly stumbled in the dark, and in Hesse, insignificant times were passing. Or so it seemed in ancient Germany, with broken and splintered tribes. But in coldest, bleakest winter, hope began to thrive. Boniface, a man of God, had his heart pricked by the God of love. He came to proclaim to his Germanic brothers that salvation came from above. But one thing stood in the way of Boniface and his missionary brothers. As long as the Thunder Oak stood in Hesse, they would never trust in something so other. Tree of death, tree of life, give to Thor, he'll win your fight. That is what the Gothies said all those years ago. Darkness, injustice, political control, death, 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 fear for your soul, was Boniface's counter as he read from his scrolls. Yet none would hear the sacred cry from the Baptist of the Germans. They served their Thor and Odin well and only wanted to be heathens. Then Boniface approached the Thunder Oak, and he challenged Thor's strength and might. Nothing but death will come from this tree until it falls this night. I hereby defy the god of thunder. May Thor strike me down, or else I fell his Thunder Oak. Then the world shook with the sound of the axe head wielded by Boniface's hands, striking deep into the trunk of that mighty and ancient symbol of their god. The seemingly weakest of axe blows sunk. Choose now to serve the Lord of Heaven. The Christ child comes to you. Bow down and worship his almighty glory. All of you right now do. The people began to gather around, and the chieftains and Gothies protested. But then they began to confer for a moment about who would most likely be bested. Surely Thor will strike him down, many began to think, and the thought of seeing such a mighty sight began to settle and sink. The head Gothi stood and declared to Boniface, "This must be some sort of joke. But if you want to commit suicide, please continue chopping the Thunder Oak. Thor will rend the heavens open and strike you with his bolt. Then all of Hesse will know you are nothing but a dolt. And your god is fairy tales and myth and nothing more than that." Just then the Thunder Oak buckled and began to crack. Chop went the axe for the lives lost in sacrifice. Chop went the axe for every lie told. Chop went the axe proclaiming the Gothi regime dead. Chop went the axe as witness against their sins bold. Chop went the axe against the sorcerers who kept the land in fear. Chop went the axe, and the whole land shuddered. The new spring was finally here. No eye or ear could believe, but their unbelief melted inside. The Thunder Oak fell as Jehovah's wind blew. The long winter had finally died. You all come from a broken representative head. This tree is a symbol of that. But forgiveness is something God offers you freely. You will not die from lack. Boniface chopped through the rubble at the base of the tree, and a small oak sapling stood there erect. Let this small tree be a symbol of your new head who is perfect. though do not leave it outside in the cold. Take it, let its light shine inside your homes every year on this day. Let your hearts toward his love entwine, your hearts together toward him, and instead of sacrificing men, give gifts to one another out of love. It will teach you then of the never-ending love God has for us in winter or in spring, and that he will one day come again, and to him let us sing. And so the Hessians created gods for reasons they didn't know, and the true God found them once again and washed their sins white as snow. He melted their hearts of stone and ice and grafted their branch back into the tree of life. So yeah, that was fun. I actually didn't plan on reading that one. I was planning on reading the same thing I wrote today, but I don't know. What do you guys think I should be doing? More nonfiction? Fiction readings? Talk to me. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you think. Alright, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for the time. Bye.